and we've said this a lot already, and we'll say it again. We're thinking about specific individual clients. Two clients who've had the same injury may have very different vulnerabilities, and you can't apply a metric on our clients, unfortunately. I'm sure no client that's true of, but I think specifically in our practice area, that's true. And that there is a quote from Doctor Who. I thought it really illustrated the point about clients being individual and different, but particularly, specifically, your own client can change throughout the process of a claim, and their vulnerabilities can change, perhaps learning to cope with their injury, recovering, being less vulnerable, or an external life circumstance making them more vulnerable, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later.
Generally speaking, that might be a parent, but there may be reasons why, particularly if this child has particular care needs, the parent doesn't have ability to do that, and it may be another trusted family friend or family member. It is really important, whoever the litigation friend is, that they are advised early on, particularly as it can take such a long time with children to get a final prognosis, that they are aware of actually what a commitment being a litigation friend is going to be. So that they don't lose interest or reach a point where they think, actually, I don't want to do this anymore, and they understand that at all times their obligation is to act in the best interest of that injured child.
And the next slide really is, I suppose, just thinking about the types of things that might be impacting your injured client, that might be causing them to feel or develop a psychological disorder. And when you look at that list there of things that, and this is a list of sort of across the board of different types of injuries that people might be facing, it's sort of no surprise that beyond the initial trauma, things that might also then lead to people feeling or developing a psychological disorder. Certainly certain types of injuries, people are more likely to go on to develop anxiety and depression following on from an injury such as a spinal cord injury. And being alive to those difficulties that somebody might be facing because of their injury, and how to navigate that with them.